Welcome to Legends and Lore, a spooky podcast by the 6th graders at OPE. My name is Kyler and my partner's name is Noah. Today we will be talking about a man who's addicted to eating people. Stay tuned to find out more. This was recorded using iMovie and the music is from Purple Planet.
One day in Tokyo, Japan, a man posted an ad in his local newspaper saying that he wanted help painting a building. He offered $12 an hour to anyone who showed up. After 2 weeks, the day had finally come and 10 people showed up to paint the building. When everyone got there, a man introduced himself as Bashar Assad. Bashar said, "Thank you all for coming. What a great outcome. Follow me. We need to get paint and suits to protect your clothes."
Bashar led them to a small room. When they got to the room, he said, "Get what you'll need, I'll be right back." Then he left the room and barricaded it on the outside so they couldn't get out. All of a sudden, an invisible gas leaked through the air vent in the room. Then everyone started to get sleepy and become unconscious. But one person, before he fell asleep, he managed to jump out the window and started to run. But because the window broke, the gas started leaking into Tokyo.
As this gas got into people's bodies, they started having a horrible cough, and it was hard for anyone to breathe. Everyone started passing out, and cars crashed into each other and blew up. The gas leaked into cars, making the drivers unconscious, and the cars fell off bridges. Bashar Assad grabbed his gas mask and put it on and started chasing the escapee.
As Bashar was chasing the escapee, he lost him. He went back to the building, and when he got to the room, everyone was gone. He was so mad and desperate, he went to the Yanaka cemetery, which was only a mile away. But the problem was there were kings and queens buried there, so there were guards everywhere. But when he got there was another problem. The gas never reached him. Bashar thought to himself, "No problem, I'll just eat them."
Since the cemetery was in a very popular part of the city, there was a lot of pedestrians. So as soon as Bashar started his rampage in the cemetery, police quickly arrived. When they saw what he was doing, they knew they had to stop him. As the police started climbing the hill to get up to the cemetery, Bashar made a run for it, and when the police got to the top of the hill, he was nowhere to be found.
He went back to the buildings to get weapons so he could go on a killing spree. But before he could kill anyone, the police stopped him. They took him to prison and sentenced him for life. But one day when he was let out of his cell to eat lunch, he decided he'd had enough. So he turned around, grabbed the guard by the head, and did the most gruesome thing you could think of. He ate him, bone and all.
Then he grabbed the key out of the guard's pocket and took his cuffs off. He grabbed the guard's gun and shot anyone who tried to stop him. Then he ran out of the prison and went back to the old building to grab his weapons and restart his spree.
First stop was Shibuya Crossing, where he killed 150 people and ate 30 of those 150 people. After he was done at Shibuya Crossing, he decided to head to Harajuku, where he went to the cat cafe and ate all the cats. Then he decided to call it a day, but when he got to his house, his daughter was standing at the front door. As far as he knew, she did not know about his cannibalism problem. He said hi and asked if she wanted to go inside.
She said no. He asked why, and she started crying and said, "'Cause you're a sick man." He said, "Why would you say such a thing?" She said, "'Cause I know all about your cannibalism problem. You're all over the news. You're ending innocent people's lives for your own pleasure."
That night, he thought about what she said and realized she was right. The next day, he went on his last spree, eating a total of 40 people and killing 100. Then he went to turn himself in, but when he pulled up to the police station, he just could not get out of the car. He decided to go home but never eat another person as long as he lives. So he went home to watch TV, but he could not get the thrill of eating someone out of his mind.
So he went on another spree and ate 20 people and killed 80 people. The next night, he was laying in bed and he decided to go on a night spree. He killed 65 people and ate 29 of those people. Then he went to go back to the old building, but when he got there, he saw 5 people sitting inside. He had no idea what they were doing, but he had a feeling they were not there for good things.
He did not want to risk getting turned into law enforcement, so he ate them. Then he decided to explore the building. But as he dug deeper, he began to feel lightheaded till he finally passed out. When he awoke, he was really sweaty and had horrible stomach pains.
He decided to go home and sleep, but never woke up. After 2 weeks, his daughter got worried and went to his house. She found him dead in his bed. He had been all over the news. The cannibal of the 19th century found dead. Reason of death, unknown. Have you ever wanted to play a semi-family friendly third-person shooter that you can build in? Then Fortnite is the game for you. You can build alone, with a teammate, or build with the whole squad. New updates every week that include new things.